Did you read my blog from the other night at all about cold calling?
I hadn't seen that one yet.
Cold calling prospecting. Now, I'll make a long story short. This one, of course, won't be in our show. But I had to have a couple of tests with the neurologist. And they came in and wanted to know how you were. They give you a word association, right? Name 5 different types of fish, name 5 different types of colors, 5 maybe movies that you saw. And they tried to get if you could, some of those words or associations could come back to you quickly. And at the beginning, I was doing piss poor. It was bad, but it got better, right? And eventually it got into talking a little bit about work, because they wanted to know about my work, what I did for work, and if I'd be able to do my job in work. So we spoke about first thing we spoke about is tell me about sales, right? And we did the 5 word associations, and I didn't do too well to those, but through the sales, I nailed it. I nailed everything. I didn't lose nothing. I mean, I was perfect. So then he says, well, ask me something else about your job. And he goes, well, tell us. I said, well, I do a lot of prospecting. I have to call people on phone, and I have to, sometimes I feel like I'm doing 10 rounds with them. And we got to get appointments. So he goes, well, tell me about prospecting. So he looked at me and asked me, well, tell me about prospecting. And I just gave him like a blank stare. He goes, well, you got nothing? I go, prospecting. Yeah, I got nothing. So I was only teasing with him, right? But I figured I'd do that on my VP of sales when we spoke. And I told him my neurologist, went through the whole thing I just told you, and told my neurologist is basically give me a note that I can't cold call for you guys anymore. I'm sorry.
Get a doctor's note.
Else, but don't expect me to cold call again.
Did you record that? Can you send that to me?
Well, it's in my blog, and give you the link to my blog.
I will read that. I will read that. I love it.
So the print for pay hotel is even more important to you now, since sounds like your cold calling days are behind you, according to the doctor.
Well, yeah, right. No, my cold calling days. Well, the good thing is though, is this has alerted them to the fact that I need to back it down a little bit. I don't want to be involved in those cold calling days, and anything you want to do like that, don't even ask me to do it. Just let me do what I do best, which is I'll pick and choose who I want to call and when I want to call them.
Yeah.
And let me do it my way, like I've done it for 41 years.
Yeah.
So, and I have my own thoughts about cold calling and what a waste of time it is at certain days, but we're not going to discuss that now. So anyway, we're going to get started in 5 seconds. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Print for Pay Hotel members. This is Art Post and another version of, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again.
Absolutely.
That's what I love, right? See, I just remember these little things at times.
Take your time.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Print for Pay Hotel members. Another version with Art and Better Call Art. And we're going to redo that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Print for Pay Hotel members. Here's another version with Better Call Art. And today, of course, I'm on board, and we've got our people from Arlington. And we're going to be doing that all over one more time, guys.
Yep.
I'll get it.
No, as many times
All
as
good.
we need. We're
Didn't
good.
have my screen up. I'll get it. It's like a movie set, right?
I love it. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Print for Pay Hotel members. We're here with another version of Better Call Art. And today we have some guest members. And today we're going to have speaking about, I got to use it this way, but we're going to speak about the power of Power MPS today. And I'd like to introduce our three guests. And that's going to be Brent. And we've got Alex, and we've got Scott. And if you guys would like to kick it off, give us a short introduction, and we'll get into the power of MPS.
Alex, take off. You're first,
yes.
brother.
Thank you, Scott. My name is Alex Kirby. I'm the CEO of Power MPS. I'm very happy to be here today. I appreciate Scott and Brent from Arlington, who's a valued partner of Power MPS, inviting me to join the show. And thank you, Art, and look forward to chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Art, I'm Brent Martin. Me and Scott came on Better Call Art, I think last summer. I am still the director of marketing at Arlington.
Yay!
And and happy to be back again talking about the e-commerce solutions that are offered through Arlington, highlighted by Power MPS.
And I'm Scott Lewis, and still working sales at Arlington, and very happy to be working with Brent and with Alex. Alex is a great guy, and he's got a great solution to talk about today.
Right. Now I know Scott and Brent are in North Carolina, correct? Still there?
That's right. Just outside Charlotte.
Okay. And Alex, where are you from?
Corporately based out of Tampa, Florida, and then we have offices in Atlanta and Los Angeles as well.
Tampa's nice.
Tampa is beautiful. It's a Tampa Bay lately. It's been a good time for the city.
Yeah.
How about those Red Sox? Oh, sorry.
Hey,
sorry about that.
I'm originally a New Englander, so it's been, a childhood of misery on the sports side. I left, and then they started winning everything, so I'll blame myself.
Right. So let's kick off with my buddy Brent. So Brent, tell us, our audience, why, as a distributor, Arlington is partnering with an e-commerce platform like Power MPS.
Well, Art, as you know, you've been in this industry for a long time. You've worked with us as a distributor for years, and the role of a distributor has obviously changed over the decades. Believe it or not, we're about to celebrate our 50th anniversary as a distributor next year. In 1972 was our founding year, and things were very different back then. I wasn't even born. Well, I was 1 year old in 1972, but I was not working in the industry. But e-commerce was not a thing. I know that. And when I did start working in this industry in the 90s, Amazon wasn't a powerhouse. Online e-tailing was in its infancy. And now it's not the case. It's required for businesses to have an online presence. And we feel our role now as a distributor and being a true partner to our resellers includes extending that e-commerce offering and assisting them, if you will, as a partner in this realm. So there's many third-party solutions that are available right now out in the industry, and we as a business, a distributor, we'll work with partners that are established, but we also know we have a lot of resellers who don't have the internal resources to develop their own solution or even work with some of these other third-party partners. And we've worked with the folks, Alex and the other folks at Power MPS for years. And when they introduced the Power MPS solution to us this year, we knew immediately this is something that could help with this audience of resellers that we have, that specifically the ones who are looking for a solution that maybe they don't have already. So what Alex has to offer is great. I look forward to him sharing that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. And I would, yeah, I can't. I got a ton of questions, but I will give the next one over to Alex. So maybe you could tell our audience a little bit more about Power MPS and how it differs, I guess, from other industry-specific software platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. And even prefacing that, just briefly, a little bit about me. I spent nearly 20 years in the channel as a dealer and owning a dealership, which I sold in 2015. And through that experience in sitting in the channel, utilizing the software applications that have existed in the industry for a very long time, from e-commerce and having an e-commerce solution and presence, to a DCA and a data collection and monitoring tool, to PO processing, vendor integration, servicing, ticketing manager. And through that time, I kind of just took a step back, and my frustrations were the same frustrations that were being shared by a lot of people in the industry as far as what was available from a software application standpoint. And the frustration being, you're utilizing 5 or 6 different software applications to run your business on a daily basis. And when it comes down to it, it was inefficient trying to have a separate e-commerce solution, a separate data collection tool, a separate tool for managing products, vendors, processing purchase orders, and then a service ticketing system. So really kind of lost my mind in 2017 and decided to go on the SaaS endeavor. And through the dealer's lens and where I came from, had an opportunity to morph a technology company together with 2 existing technologies that were very powerful, as Brent mentioned, on the e-commerce side and the data collection side, to be able to develop a platform that we could deliver to the dealer channel that would help streamline and automate much of the business process from e-commerce, and having a new e-commerce solution that was intelligent and integrated with great suppliers like Arlington, where we have direct data feeds, where it can be turnkey and we can push all of Arlington's inventory to an e-commerce solution, and then integrating that with our proprietary data collection tool to be able to monitor devices, automate sales orders, automate purchase orders, automate service alerts and service work orders and technician dispatching. So, long story short, wanted to deliver an all-in-one platform that was a cost-effective, modern solution to help solve the problems of the dealers in the channel today.
Interesting. I'm doing a couple of just thoughts. So, and yours is all software based, no hardware, correct?
No hardware. No, it's all software based. So it's a SaaS platform that we can deliver to the channel. We can go to a dealer and say, look, we can provide you a new e-commerce storefront and solution that's fully tied into a distributor like in Arlington, for example, where we can, with a click of a button, they can have all of Arlington's products and SKUs and their cost file pushed to their e-commerce solution. And then they can easily manage the products and data without having to waste time on that. They can easily create pricing rules, pricing levels, and then also solve the problem of, only having a couple data collection agents out there in the industry. It was time for a change. So we incorporated a new, more intelligent data collection tool that has mobile app technology that can help automate, again, a lot of the business processes that these dealers struggle with manual data entry and time-consuming issues. So to help them save time and refocus on driving revenue.
Yeah, when you have something a little bit more where you're going to spend more time, I would love to be able to sit in on this for whatever amount of time, just to learn more. It's always good to learn more, right?
Yeah, happy to provide a demo to you anytime, Art.
All right. So my next question is for Scott, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about access to your products. Limited to, is it limited to current Arlington resellers on Power MPS?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's not limited just to Arlington customers right now. Well, in the future, we certainly we're doing our best to blanket the Arlington customers with this Power MPS opportunity. One, because it's a cost-effective opportunity. It's a turnkey solution, and the pricing on this is it's very pleasing to the pocketbook. And but no, it's not just for the Arlington customers. I mean, we would happily love to provide this solution to any reseller in the channel. And if this gives us an opportunity to further our partnerships, then we love that.
Okay, interesting, interesting. I'll go back to, got another question for Alex, please. How, and I got a question too, if I remember. How do interested dealers get to learn more about Power MPS?
Yep.
And
I mean, great
how
question.
yeah.
You know, there's a variety of ways. Obviously, you can access information about Power MPS. Certainly, our homepage is accessible with a plethora of information as far as features, functionality, how it works. Pricing is published. And, you know, for Arlington specifically, we've got a partner page set up for Arlington customers specifically that they can go to powermps.com /partners/Arlington, which will provide some more information, an opportunity for Arlington customers to register for a free demo and have access also to discounted pricing on Power MPS. You know, and just to kind of reiterate the whole theme, I mean, our mission was to deliver something new to the channel that truly could provide value to the dealers, which in turn, not just from a software standpoint, but from a value proposition standpoint to their end consumers. And that being simplifying what the heck MPS means, because I think there's been, you know, a lot of confusion around that and maybe, you know, not simplifying what MPS actually means. So our goal was to be able to deliver a tool set that can bring value to the dealer, help them retain customers, help them save time, and help them find, you know, additional streams of revenue so they can, you know, we can uplift the channel and truly bring something that drives value.
Right. So there's always one of the biggest things our industry needs is to find additional streams of revenue, especially what you know, we're seeing. I guess what we've seen in the last 3 or 4 months, and what I just heard today, we're still going to see problems into second quarter of 2022.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if anybody else has heard the same.
It's been tough. I mean, the last 18 to 24 months has been, you know, interesting, and you know, we see signs of it coming back, and I think, you know, especially with the mobile app technology that you can download our data collection tool on iOS, Android, Smart TV, Chromebook, where now these dealers that are looking to, again, re-energize themselves, bring new value propositions to their customer base, they now have a tool set that they can focus on capturing some of that work from home, remote work, teleworker type employee at their end user level, and keep them in an MPS environment, cost per page, auto fulfillment. So we were working on this pre-pandemic, really, because the small office, home office, remote worker, work from home environment has been growing over the years naturally. COVID forced that, and now these dealers need something to springboard back into action.
Well, absolutely correct. There are, I think we all discount the amount of small A4 devices that have been purchased and placed in thousands of companies, and if we don't have the right set of tools, we can't find those devices. If we can't find those devices, we can't increase our revenue stream. Correct?
100%. 100%. There needs to be. We can't just let those customers go. And I say we because, again, I come from the channel. I see it through the dealer's lens, and I want to be able to arm them with a platform that's cost effective, that's modern, that's intelligent, and that is, you know, relevant to 2021. And you know, why let that end user go to an Amazon, or why let the OEM go in and remind that end user to order that inkjet cartridge from HP? No offense, HP, but let's give the channel and these dealers an opportunity to capture that work from home environment, offer new value added services, focus on customer retention, and driving new, value propositions to the end consumer.
I agree. I agree. Hey, everyone. So we promised we'd keep it short and sweet. And I'd like to thank Scott and Brent from Arlington today, and especially our new guest, which is Alex from Power MPS. And you can always get a hold of Arlington at their very catchy web address, which is arly.com. And maybe Alex can tell us your web address for Power MPS.
Yeah, it's straightforward. It's just powermps.com. That's POWERMPS.com.
That's awesome. Awesome. Hey, members, thank you very much. If you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to the channel. And we'll be coming on with another version within a couple of weeks. But everyone, thank you very much. Scott, Alex, Brent, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Art.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Art.
Okay. We can stay on the file. I'll just cut it from there.
Hey, appreciate it, Art.
Thank you, Art.
Art. That was great.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for setting this up, Brent and Scott and Art.
No
No
problem.
problem.
It was smooth enough. Not too many goofs.
No, I don't think so.
No, we appreciate you getting this out there. Good exposure. Like you said before, any news is good news when it comes to getting Arlington and Power MPS out in front of our
Right.
especially new resellers. I know there'll be a new audience that'll see this on your platform.
Absolutely. So now with the one question I wanted to ask you, but I forgot, and maybe you could give me just a short paragraph you can give me so I can lead off with the video, because I like to lead off the video with a little something.
Yep.
What would you say to the dealer that really hasn't had a true MPS, an very older DCA tool? Something like, I know Print Audit is quite aged at this point in time, correct?
Yeah, Print Audit, Print Fleet, FM Audit.
Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, those have been the existing. I guess to answer your question, I mean, the message that I would like to portray and the mission that we're on as a software platform, again, is to, the industry's been crying for an alternative and desiring an alternative to the existing legacy software applications that have been around for decades. And from a DCA perspective, there's been a monopoly on the DCA market for a long time, and that's no secret. And there's been frustrations because of that, and limitations on what dealers can do because of that. And it's time for a change. It's time for modern, intelligent technology that works together, where you're not paying for 6 different software applications that aren't integrated. And if you want them integrated, you've got to pay even more to get them integrated. Right. So we wanted to, truly deliver a platform that could, digitally transform a dealership and give them a relevant e-commerce solution, provide them a DCA, provide them a sales order and purchase order processing with vendor integrations where they're not wasting time managing products or data or images. It's all there from Arlington. So they can click a button, have all of Arlington's inventory, set pricing levels, and move on, to focusing on driving sales revenue, and have it not, be $4,000 or $5,000 a month to have all of these tool sets in one place.
Right. So one other question.
Yep.
Does your software offer a client quoting tool?
Yes. So there's an existing sales quoting tool. There's an existing service request manager through the e-commerce portal as well. Customers can now view devices that are being monitored. So again, everything that we did was to try to drive more value to the dealer by offering more of a customer experience versus just, products need to be moved, of course. But in order to capture that customer and retain that customer, people need a customer experience. They need automation. They need on-demand, access anywhere, anytime. Right. And that's what we're delivering with Power MPS. And with between sales quotes, sales orders, automated purchase order sending, automated supply fulfillment, integrated e-commerce, we've tried to cover all the bases, and we're soon to release a complete ERP and accounting system also that's fully integrated. We've already have QuickBooks integration done, SAP Business One integration done, but we're launching our own ERP, inventory management, asset management, bin management, tech dispatching system. So there's a lot going on, including augmented reality and live AR sessions coming soon.
Maybe one of the follow-ups we could have at the Print for Pay Hotel for Arlington is you do a 30-day follow-up on first webinar, and get the members invited and registered for it. It'd be a good follow-up. And I think I have a bit of good news from my twisted brain. So I heard somewhere the other day that globally there's 3 trillion pages printed every year to that number. And then we hear about all these people that are saying print is dead, print stinks, people aren't making prints. And you look at that number, 3 trillion pages, right? So even people say, well, we lost 20% of print over COVID. Well, what's 20% less of 3 trillion pages? I mean, trillion is a huge number. I mean, that's a huge, 1 trillion is huge. You lose 20% of 1 trillion. I don't even think it brings you under 2.75 trillion pages, right? There's still a tremendous amount of pages. And then you think about it, some pundits say, well, why didn't Toshiba leave, or why didn't Sharp leave, or why didn't this other company leave? Well, because most of us don't have a global sense of what each manufacturer sells in each country, where they may not be strong in the US marketplace or the EU marketplace. Companies like Sharp and Toshiba and Sharp and Toshiba, I might not know another one, but they're very strong in the Far East, right? So when you look at these numbers of we're still printing trillions of pages, the revenue is enormous. Why would they give up? So don't be afraid by some people out there saying that, oh, print's dead, print's gone. Well, I'm sorry, print is still here. We've taken a hit. We're probably going to keep taking a hit, but it's going to take many, many years before we even get down to 2 trillion pages. That's my words of wisdom for the day.
Well, I'm encouraged for the rest of my week, Al. Thank you. Art, sorry. Yeah, we do see it trending downward, but we certainly don't see it disappearing anytime soon.
Right.
At least me and Scott and our 401ks are counting on it.
Yeah, for at least 10 years.
At least stick around for a little while longer. But yeah, I mean, certain segments are obviously diminishing a little bit, but there's a lot of segments where I think it's going to remain strong. We still see education as a strong segment. Medical is obviously a strong segment. Anytime you go to the doctor's office, they're still giving you a printout. Even though you get it emailed to you, there's always copy. So I mean, there's areas where it's still going to continue, I think, to thrive for the foreseeable future.
Oh yeah.
It's just, I think it's just as a whole, the industry is just kind of right sizing itself.
Yeah, I think that's a good word for it. And on top of, to add to that, if the dealers, the key word is agility and adaptability, at least from our perspective, because if these dealers don't prove that they can be agile, that they can adapt to the way that end users are purchasing, end users are managing products, how they're buying, that they want outcomes, they don't want ownership, they want customization, they want automation, they don't want generalization. These dealers have to force themselves to at least think a little bit outside the box, and they need an e-commerce solution. I mean, e-commerce let the economy continue on over the last 18 months, let's be honest. People weren't leaving. So where did they shop? They shopped online. They used an e-commerce solution. They ordered something. And I speak to these dealers every day, and they still don't, you know, they need to see the light. They need to adapt. They need to automate. They need to monitor. They need to retain customers, and they need to continue driving different, you know, sources of value to their end consumers. That they're, you know, the times are changing.
And I didn't add it, Alex, just for time's sake in the call, but when Art, when you alluded to the fact that things are going to stream into second quarter of next year, that the thing that's intriguing about the Power MPS solution is it's not just the MPS, it's the e-commerce, it's the inventory, it's the fulfillment, it's the service side. All of those pieces are so critical now with a constrained inventory that we're seeing throughout our industry. It's more and more important than ever now to have visibility as a customer, whether it's us as a distributor buying from an OEM, our customers buying from us, their end users buying from them. Everybody is looking who has the inventory, what's the inventory, what's the strength of the inventory for product lines, that they need 20 printers or they need 100 cartridges. They need to make sure that they have the right partner who can fulfill that. So visibility is critical now, and having that at your fingertips on your computer is essential. I mean, I live that way through marketing. When I'm looking for products to advertise, I need to see who I can get the products from, who are you know, how strong the inventory is readily available, and I know our partners are doing the same thing with us. We need to make sure that we have a platform that can share that with them. So yeah, the Power MPS gets you a piece of all of that, whether it's tracking the individual the printers or seeing what inventory is available from Arlington, you know, whether it's the OEM or an aftermarket. They can see all of that and engage how to respond and how to fulfill on the order side.
Right. All right, cool. It was a pleasure. Brent, you'll get back to me on something, and I guess you and Alex and Scott and
Yeah. And Alex is offline. We'll need to talk. We'll probably it'd probably be good to do another follow-up on our end with our customers too. And
yeah, we need to do a catch-up call here sometime soon. So I'm around all this week.
Sometime 30 days out or something like that. All right,
yeah, we'd love to incorporate, if we do another kind of session to our dealers, we'd certainly like to use your audience too to draw in some folks to another event if we did that, for sure.
Absolutely. I'm going to get this up sometime this week. Not sure which day, but it'll definitely be up this week, and I'll put it on LinkedIn. I'll have it on the site, and it'll get some eyes, and hopefully that's going to generate some calls.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Art. This was great.
All right. Everybody
appreciate it.
Sounds good. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy.
Okay. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.